Hey friends, welcome to Cosplay Conscience. My name's Nicole Jackson, aka Let Down Your Golden Hair, and today I thought I'd share with you some of the tools that I think are absolutely important for your first sewing project. Now, some of these items can be very expensive, however, I will show you some tips and tricks on how to score them for next to nothing. The first thing you're going to want are scissors. Well, actually you're going to want two pair, and that's because one, you're going to want a pair of fabric scissors. These scissors are only to be used on fabric, absolutely nothing else, because if you use them on anything like cardboard or paper, they will get dull very, very quickly. However, you can take them back to Joann's and get them sharpened. In order to prevent them from getting dull, you will want another pair of scissors, and these are just a pair of scissors from the dollar store. They don't have to be anything fancy. You're just going to use them to cut everything that you will not be cutting with your fabric scissors. Now, fabric scissors can be very expensive. They have a whole wide range at Joann's of all different types and costs and sizes. My pair was about $60. However, if you wait for the 60% off coupon, you can get these scissors for about $20. Next, you're going to want pins. Pins are used to hold your project together as you pass it underneath the sewing machine, but make sure you pull them out just before your needle goes over them. You will also want a magnetic case. Magnetic pin cases are great for picking up pins when you spill them because you don't want to step on them when they get hidden in the carpet. If you don't want to spend a lot of money on this, you can go to Harbor Freight, and for $1 or $2 they have jumbo craft magnets that come in plastic containers. And you can use that to just run over the pins and pick them all up. Both the pins and the magnets or magnet case should be no more than a couple dollars. The next item you're going to want is a zipper foot. Zipper foots are used for sewing on zippers. Now, the kind of zipper foot that you get will depend on your sewing machine. However, if you cannot find the zipper foot that you need in your sewing machine manual, you can pick up a universal adapter on eBay for just a couple dollars. This allows you to connect it to your presser foot and attach any sewing machine foot that you like. The next item that you will need is thread. Now, as much as we love Grandma, if she gives you a sewing machine thread that's old, throw it away. Because what happens is as thread gets older, its strength gets compromised, which means if you sew your costume with that old thread and the tension on the thread gets too tight, then you can possibly rip your pants. And we don't want that happening at a convention, so just throw it out and get yourself a new spool. I highly recommend Coats & Clark or Dual Duty. You can pick these up at Joann's for just a couple dollars and use that coupon so it'll only be $1. Next, you're going to want sewing machine needles. The type of sewing machine needle that you use will depend primarily on the fabric that you are using. I will go over all the different types of needles and their uses in another video. However, if you're just starting out, you're going to want to start on just a basic cotton project. And for that, you're going to want universal needles. Always use a coupon when buying your needles because the price can add up very, very quickly. You will also want to have a variety of hand sewing needles. Hand sewing needles are great for beading, finishing techniques, and small repairs. While there are a wide variety of hand needles that you can get, just get a simple variety pack for a couple dollars at Joann's or Walmart, and you will be good to go. The next item you're going to want to have on hand is sewing machine oil. Sewing machine oil is vitally important for maintaining your sewing machine. Do not use 3-in-1 or kitchen oils because they will not do the job properly and they will gunk up your sewing machine. I like to use this nifty Notions Zoom Spout Oiler. One thing to know about this is if you're going to oil your machine, check your manual for all the spots how to oil it. And if you just oiled and are about to sew, then use a piece of muslin or scrap fabric and pass it under your machine before you sew your actual project, because this kind of oil can creep up the threads in the bobbin casing area and get all over your project. So just pass the muslin under so that all the excess oil is sopped up and you won't get any on your project. Next item you'll want, and may already have on hand, are marking tools. You can use a pen, a pencil, a Sharpie, depending on the type of fabric, or you can use a tailor's chalk. Tailor's chalk is just a couple dollars at Joann's or Walmart, and they come in a variety of different colors. There are all sorts of marking tools, but if you just get yourself some chalk, a pencil, a pen, and a Sharpie, you will be good to go. You can also use children's chalk to mark on your projects. However, that kind of chalk will wipe away very quickly, so if you plan to stop and start your project periodically, just get some tailor's chalk and that will last much longer and you won't have to be redrawing your markings every single time. The next item you may already have on hand is a sewing machine. The next item you may already have on hand is a paintbrush. You want a soft bristled paintbrush so you can clean out your bobbin area after each project. Lint and dust gets built up in there and that can compromise the quality of your stitches. So after every project, just take a soft bristled paintbrush and dust out all the dust and lint and you will be good to go. No need to spend money because you probably already have one at home. Clean out your sewing machine! The next item you will need is an iron to press your seams. You don't have to spend too much on an iron. This is just a Hamilton Beach auto shut off, and I think I got it for $25 at Walmart. So get yourself an iron because you want to press those seams. It will make your costume look so much nicer. Last item that is absolutely necessary to beginning sewing is a seam ripper. Seam rippers are wonderful lifesavers because no matter how good you get at sewing, you're gonna mess up sometimes and you're going to need to pull out a seam. Now, this is gonna be a little asinine because I don't own a seam ripper, but I own an X-Acto knife. And the reason I don't own a seam ripper is because I've never found one that I liked and I just don't really care to go out and buy a bunch of different ones. I find they get dull on me too quick. So if you are very, very careful, you can use an X-Acto knife and then you just pull apart the seams and tap, tap, tap on the threads and it'll pull apart. These can also be sharpened where I don't think a seam ripper can be sharpened. So seam ripper, X-Acto knife. It also works for craft foam projects, so 2-in-1. Alright guys, that is it. I hope you learned a little something and I hope this helped you get started on your road to cosplaying. If you have any questions or comments, or you would like to see a part 2 or a favorites video, please comment down below and let me know. Also, can I get a like for my first YouTube video? Yay! Alright guys, remember cosplay is all about having fun and I love you guys and I will see you next week. Also, if you enjoyed this video and would like to see more tutorials, chit-chats, etc., then be sure to hit that subscribe button. Alright guys, thank you so much. I love you and I will see you next week.